Hi, y'all. So I'm back, y'all. I'm done with my little appointment. I'm sitting in the parking lot across from this beautiful lake, y'all. But yeah, what ended up happening was, okay, I'm gonna come back in a month as far as the ones on my neck, but the one on my arm, if y'all can see, I got a band-aid on it. All he did was took a freeze dry. It's some kind of container with some freeze dry stuff in it. And all he did was spray some freeze dry all around and on the mold. And he said what ends up happening is it'll bubble up and crust up and all that kind of stuff. And within a couple weeks, it'll just fall off. So that is how they're going to remove molds. Now, he looked at the mold really good because as y'all saw when I showed it to y'all in the when I was sitting in my dermatologist office, it was, it was kind of big. Now, they say that this just looks like a little tip. If your mole is as big as a pencil eraser, a regular number 2 pencil eraser, then you need to get it checked out because some moles are cancerous. So you have to get them checked out and make sure, especially if they are the size of a number 2 pencil eraser or bigger. Get them checked out. Make sure that there's this, they're not a cancerous mole or anything like that, because sometimes if moles are funny shaped or crusty or stuff like that, like, you just have to get them checked out just to make sure. So he looked at the mole. He took his little magnifying glass and got a really good look at the mole. And because he couldn't put it under a microscope, so yeah, he took a big magnifying glass, looked at it, felt it. He was like, that it's just a mole. He said it's genetics, DNA, whatever, because I was like, where do they come from? He said DNA, genetics, it's nothing in particular. But yeah, so that's how he, like I said, he checked it first to make sure it wasn't, no funny stuff going on with it, and that it was just a regular mole. And he freeze dried it. And he just put the Band-Aid on there, and he said, I can take it off later if I want. He just put it on there just because he had just did the freeze dry. But yeah, you can shower and do everything normal afterwards. Like I said, it'll bubble up, crust over, and then fall off. And so I'm going to come back in a month, and then he's going to do these 3. Yeah, it's more, this is really teeny, but these 2 are a little bit bigger. But the biggest mole I had, the biggest raised mole that I had was on my arm. So, there you have it. It was a quick 5 minutes. He freeze dried it. Now, let me just warn y'all. It's just a little teeny bit of paint. Like, it burns and stings a little bit. When he first start putting it on, and then I guess once it start to freeze, you start not to feel it too much. But then when I left the office, I started feeling a little bit of stinging. Just a little bit of stinging. So it's nothing very, very painful. It just stings a little bit when they spray the freeze dry stuff on it. But it's nothing to be afraid of. If you didn't have a needle, then it ain't gonna show. If you didn't have a baby child, you could deal with this. But it's strange though, because I've had 5 babies, 4 vaginally and 1 through cesarean section. And you would think, that I would be good with any pain that's less than having a baby. But for some reason, when it's time to get a needle, get blood drawn, I am so scared. Like, I can't stand to get a needle, but yet and still, I had 5 babies. And my last 2 babies, like, I was in labor for 26 hours with one and 25 hours with the other one. So, and with one of the children, I had gestational diabetes. So I had to actually put needles in my stomach while I was pregnant, insulin. And believe it or not, that didn't hurt. You squeeze the side of your stomach. Because I used to think, before I ever had gestational diabetes, I used to hear women talking about that and how they had to put needles in their stomach while they was pregnant. I was just like, oh my God, how do you stick your stomach with a baby in it? But you squeeze the side fat of your stomach, and it actually is not painful at all. Sticking myself, because I never thought I would be able to even stick myself, because I hate needles. But actually giving myself a needle in the side of my stomach was not painful whatsoever. And the worst part was pricking my fingers to check my blood count while I was pregnant. And then when I went to have the baby, every daggone half an hour they had to prick my finger and test my sugar level in my blood. Every half hour while I was in labor for 26 hours. So I didn't do the whole 26 hours in the hospital, but I did over 12 hours in the hospital. And every single half an hour, now you talking about somebody's fingers that was sore, okay, after giving birth? Yes, my fingers were sore. They pricked my finger every half an hour to check my blood level throughout the time that I was in there trying to have my baby. But yeah, that was my son. He's 14 now. But yeah, he turned out fine. Gestational diabetes happens while you're pregnant, and then when you have the baby, generally it goes away. Thank God, mine's went away. And like I said, that was 14 years ago, and it has not returned. So that was definitely gestational. That was definitely during my pregnancy. Some women, it stays with them, and then they say there's a chance that it'll come back later on in life, especially if you really, I guess, whatever causes diabetes. You're eating, I don't know. So, but thank goodness I don't have any kind of diabetes issues, cholesterol, high blood pressure. I don't have any of those issues. So thank goodness for that. Okay. So I just wanted to come back and update y'all with how they remove the moles. I know some people have had their moles, I think, lasered off or cut off some kind of way. I don't know, but that's what I thought. But it's a freeze dry method that they use. So if you're dealing with anything moles, tags, that's very irritating. I notice a lot of women get them on their face, all over their neck and stuff. I personally, I don't like it. It's like an eyesore, and I don't like it. So I'm having these removed in a month. Like I said, the big one is going. By the time I come back to get these done, this will be them fell off. So I will show it to y'all. Maybe in a couple days once it start bubbling up, crusting over, just to show you. I mean, it might be a little bit TMI, but some people might want to see, the actual, what happens once they freeze dry, what the process is, what starts to happen. So once I start to see the bubbling up and crusting over, I will come and show y'all, and I'll put a disclaimer just in case some people are squeamish and they don't like, stuff like that. So yeah, all right, y'all. So yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm just enjoying my little view, and then I'm getting ready to get on down this road here. Okay. But happy Tuesday again, y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video, child. Only, child, if it's the Lord's will, child, because I don't know, child. Whenever I come up on here, child, it is a blessing, okay? Because mama don't always feel like a video. But yeah, y'all, so that's it. My hair is doing, what it do. Yeah, so. All right, y'all. I see y'all. Okay. All right. Bye, y'all. Oh, and yeah, I'll talk about that on my next video. All right, y'all. Bye. That beautiful lake, child.